So
Go on, Aaron.
awesome. Hey, bud.
I saw your flyer was so cool. I loved it. I like this.
Chat GBT. I was going for 50s.
Yeah, it was like the retro.
Yeah. Chat GBT. Here's what I need.
One thing that I think would be good to name, and I don't know when makes the most sense, it's just to share that we have 6 clergy that we're connected to that are going to be that are on flights today or tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I thought about this yesterday. Oh, that was really a Thursday night thing. Every night, that's right, every night. Oh, really? Inside or out? Are you going down this Friday? You are?
I can help for a lot of people. Maybe I'll just say we're going to start with the French horn. Hey everyone, welcome. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. When you hear the French horn, you will know we are beginning. So gather around. Our time together will mostly be in this kind of space. So when you hear the French horn, we invite your attention as our vigil begins.
2 degrees, just up to about 25 miles an hour. Partly cloudy for tomorrow night, lows mid-20s. Looking ahead to Friday, partly sunny through the day, a little cooler again, highs in the mid-30s, still pretty windy with partly cloudy skies on Friday night. Cooler, much cooler, below about 10 degrees. With the wind, it could feel like it's 5 below. WNYC a minute before 5 o'clock.
Support for NPR comes from member stations and from the University of Maryland Libraries, home to the NPR archives, dedicated to preserving the history, broadcasting, and serving researchers around the world at UNLP.edu.
I don't know what that means.
I don't think I remember this year. What about yourself?
Thank you all for coming here, for being a community. We need community at a time like this. I'm Rabbi Brian. Glad to be here with my coalition of clergy, Christopher and Melissa, and Ron, who's organized more of this than he would take credit for. So Ron, really in debt to you for all you've done for all of us to help us have a community. I'm going to say one quick phrase in Hebrew, which is Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. It is not up to us to finish the work, but neither are we free to desist from trying.
Good afternoon. I'm Christopher Cron. I serve the Episcopal Church in Western Oregon. I'm the canon to the ordinary, and part of my job and work is to work with the congregations across the western half of Oregon. And part of that work is about being so far spread out and yet finding ways in which we are connected and building bridges and united. And so this is it is good to be here and to be with you this day.
Good afternoon, siblings. I'm Pastor Melissa Reed. I'm a Lutheran pastor that I lead across Oregon and parts of Washington, organizes faith communities to learn their land stories and discern racial repair through their land. One key piece of this work is coming into renewed and right relationship with the land, not as object, not as property, but as living, as sacred, as kin. Our ancient ancestors from many of our spiritual traditions understood the power and connection of more than human and human world, not as separate, but intrinsically part of one another. Not as hierarchical, but as interrelated, web, circle. All life born from the same source. In the first creation story of Genesis, Creator speaks all creation into being, calling all life good. And in the gospel tradition of John, this creating word is imaged like a womb. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Through this word womb, all things were made. And without this word womb, not one thing came into being. But somewhere along the way, a sickness came. A sickness that made humans believe we were above the earth and are more than human siblings. We learn to objectify the land and use her without gratitude, without reverence. And the sickness is the same sickness that then allowed us to put some humans above others, a false supremacy, practicing idolatry. That's what this is. The history of this sickness is colonization, and its legacy leads us to this moment, these times, when not only have we drawn borders on our sibling land, sliced and diced her, but also claimed ownership of her for some and excluded others from belonging to her. Which is their birthright? As ancient wisdom tells us, for they too passed through Creator's womb. this sickness has infected us, no? Can you feel its violence? How it's tearing us apart? How it is trying to make us less than human to one another? How it is literally maiming our siblings as they are pulled from their lives and detained, shot, ripped from their families, disappeared from their communities. We are less whole, yes? Yes. And can you feel the sickness in your own body? The trauma is causing all of us. Friends, my nerves are frayed. I have headaches a lot. I am so tired. Some days it is hard to think straight. Fear and trauma is a violence, a tactic of distraction, of overwhelm. So it seems an antidote, medicine along the way, would be a kind of remembering our kinship with the land and all her creatures, including one another. A kinship that is much wider, vaster, deeper, and more ancient, more eternal than any line we as humans will draw. Today, as we gather, you are invited to bring the earth of your beautiful sacred bodies, however they come, raggedy and frayed, into relationship with the sacred land right here. Yes, even here, especially here, outside the ice building, through a practice we call land encounter. I will guide you through this meditation for about 7 or 8 minutes. You may move around. I just invite you to stay close enough so you can hear me. And as you do, I invite you to rest into your being, just as you are, which is relationship. Let us start by taking a series of deep breaths. Take a few deep breaths. Remember your breath. Remember all you share that breath with and the one who gives you life. Now you're invited to just walk around a little bit. You can start to move and pay attention to what you're noticing and hold it in curious reverence. I encourage you to use all of your senses. Sound, smell, touch, taste, seen and unseen. Get into your body, your good body. Once you're in that body, I invite you to look far. Look far. What or who is on the horizon? Just notice. Just notice. Now look close. What or who is nearest to your body?
Okay, I'm gonna start dinner. Get it done.
Notice the play of light and shadows. Notice the play of light and shadows. Notice what is in motion.
Okay, then.
What weather elements are present? Feel the taste of the wind or air on your tongue. Feel the sun and cool upon your skin. Now allow your fingers to touch something. Trail over maybe grass or bark, stones. Just notice what textures are present. Now I invite you to find a particular place, a patch of ground, a plant, or element that calls you to pause and pay attention even more deeply. Take a moment to cozy up to this place or element or patch of earth. As you focus yourself, let your body settle in. Notice your breath, your facial muscles, your body temperature. And take time to feel the presence and personality of this place, being or element that you're encountering. Spend a moment with this bit of life. And you might ask it, what are you, sacred land or being or element, teaching me about our kinship? What is the sacred land or being or element unveiling to you about your kinship? What is it offering you? What is it offering you? And what is it asking of you? What is it asking? I invite you to find your feet firmly on the ground. Notice where your body, your feet touch the ground. And I invite you to remember those who walked this land before you, known and unknown. Each generation. Remember, they made life and stewarded the land. Remember them. And notice who is still here and who is not. Who is still here and who is not? Who is here now? And why? Who is here now and why? I invite you to take 3 more deep breaths. And let us come together as we do that, come back together and turn our attention to one another. So get a little closer to one another again. Filled with the wisdom of the land and all she has offered us. The land, her story is our story. It is a story of inherent belonging to her and to one another. And she also holds our human story of belovedness and sickness in her body. All the ways we have sliced and diced one another, broken ourselves apart, and yet she holds us even in our breaking. She remembers. Will you repeat that with me? When I say that phrase, say it back to me, okay? She remembers. She remembers. She holds the feet of our siblings who cross these human erected thresholds, moving through fear, seeking home, seeking their birthright. She remembers. She remembers. She holds the feet of those whose birthright is denied as they are detained. She remembers. She holds the feet of the agents who carry out this sickness. She remembers. She remembers. She holds each of us, the ground of our bodies, beloved and broken, beautiful and ill in her. She remembers. Even when we don't remember ourselves. So let us rest into her and one another, all her bodies today, just as we are. It is our birthright. We're going to lean as we let her hold us. We're also going to lean into one another's bodies a little bit. And I'm just going to invite you to turn to a neighbor, and in the next 5 minutes, just be as yourself as you can be today, however you come. Share how you come. How is your heart? And how is your body? We'll just take 5 minutes to share.
If you would finish your thought with your friends and come back into the group. All right, I'm going to invite you to come on back. And if you want to just popcorn out, just say out loud into the group, and anything that you want to share, like what came up, what feelings did you hear, what thoughts, what are you holding, what are you sharing, what do we need to hear in the group today? Frustrated,
Outrage.
hope, outrage. You found connections,
Peaceful.
home, calm, peaceful presence. A disturbing feeling of detachment. On Monday night, there was a peaceful, nonviolent action that took place at this building, and it was met with violence.
Big question, if I got a video of the whole thing, there was a lot of media down here taking pictures, little bit out on the news, but not much. But that's what counts. If we don't feel outraged over what happened, this now brings the violence right to our very, very body.
This is the
We should be staying there with those who stood there.
This is the violence that our meditation speaks of, the brokenness, the ways in which we are being torn apart, the violence that is being engaged and acted out on this land, on this place that we are standing. That is a piece of why we gather here, why we meditate, why we lean in, that the land holds that, and that we are sharing in that story that happened on Monday night.
Hi.
It is always, yes, the question of why is always a good question to follow with all the anger and disruption and the chaos and the hurt and the pain that is here. All the feelings that you share, all of the feelings that are coming up, all of the ways in which you are showing up today are valid. And they are part of this continued struggle and this continued work and this continued way in which we gather, because there are at times ways in which we still need to be held. We still need to remember our connectedness, and we need to let the land hold us in that inherent interconnection. I just want to take a moment to recognize the work that is happening, our neighbor to neighbor witness, all the ways in which we are training and being educated and accompanying and showing up and being in community with one another. We also want to hold in prayer 6 of our clergy who are going to be going to Minnesota this Thursday and Friday to join the actions and the call for clergy to show up in Minnesota. There is a world that we are working toward. And one of the prayers that I have been leaning into is one that claims that another world is possible and is on its way. So as I pray this prayer, your response, if you can remember all these words, is another world is possible and on its way. Another world is possible and on its way. We are made in the likeness of eternal creativity. Another world is possible and on its way. Its insistence moves us into being and imagines for us worlds beyond our hopelessness. Another world is possible and on its way. We are made to collaborate with those around us to build deeper connections and sustainability around new ways of doing life together. Another world is possible and on its way. We are making space in our world for doubt and uncertainty by calling out fear and isolationism. Another world is possible and on its way. This is the truth about us. It always has been and always will be. Another world is possible and on its way. A new world is both here and arriving. We wait for it, usher it, greet it as a hopeful people. Another world is possible and on its way. I'll turn it over to Rabbi Brian.
At 7 o'clock every evening, religiously, and by religiously I mean I forgive myself when I don't do it. What religiously should mean. Every night, 7 o'clock religiously, I go to the front door, stand on the front porch with my French horn, and I play 3 rounds of We Shall Overcome. And there are days I actually even believe it. And I was just saying that there's an old story. Somebody asked God, help me win the lottery. And the voice comes back, I'd be glad to. Please buy a ticket. One of the best things about the way I play French horn is I don't do it well. And I want to have that not as a detriment, but hopefully as a encourager. Something to remind us that we don't have to do things perfectly. We just need to do them. I'm going to play the French horn 3 rounds of the same tune. The first round is We Shall Overcome. Round 2 is We'll Walk Hand in Hand. And round 3 is We Are Not Afraid. That third one's a little hard to get out of the mouth sometimes. But I encourage you to try. And let's see what happens. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, dear God, I will
We'll walk hand in hand.
We shall overcome someday.
We are not afraid.
We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid someday. Oh, dear God,
Go in peace. I don't know how to turn this on.
So fancy.
Were you in charge of the weather?
Yeah, I think you used did some passion.
Hi.
Are you one of the keepers going?
No.
That's great.
That's right.
But also. Yeah. Are there things that you and the crew need? Oh, you're not. No, different, like tips are on the way to that. Lots of feedback with powers.
I should get one.
You gotta.
It's like.
You use.
Oh, I just Roman colors.
So I like this.
Like runs it up. And up here is Poland. I really like the.
Yeah, so like, they're now.